Hello children, how are you? Fine. In the last class we were dealing with mean. Let me just brief you up. We are dealing with mean ungrouped data, mean grouped data. Ungrouped data formula, sum of the observations by number of observations. Finished. But when you are dealing with grouped data, there are three methods to find. The first was a direct method, pretty important. The second one, we did only one problem, and in that method is called as assumed mean method. And the third very important method which we are going to cover today is mean by step deviation method. So we are going to do find the mean by step deviation method. Now what is the step deviation method formula? I am going to write, pay attention. As per the step deviation method, formula is A plus 1 by n sigma Fi ui into h, right? Let me explain to you the terms over there. Mean is equal to a plus 1 by n sigma Fi ui into h, where what is a? Where a is assumed mean. A is called what? Assumed mean. What is n? N is also called as summation of the frequency or total frequency. What is it called as? Total frequency. Now what is this ui? ui is given by the formula xi minus a by h. Xi minus a is also called as a d by h. Alright. And what is this h? H is nothing but width of the class. H is nothing but class interval. Class interval, or I can say width of the class. Width of the class. Now, what is important that every student should know how to find the width of the class. Children, listen to me very carefully. The width of the class is always to be calculated vertically, not horizontally. Means, I should not take the difference like this. I must take the difference like this. What difference does it make? You will come to know when you are dealing problems in our next class. So, it has to be calculated vertically. Now, what is the formula? The class interval or width of the class is given as difference between two consecutive lower limits or difference between two consecutive upper limits. So I am sure you should remember this definition, very important. Don't forget this definition. Difference between two consecutive lower limits or difference between two consecutive upper limits. Here, what is the difference between 65 and 68? The difference is 3. So I will say width of the class is 3. You may also ask me, sir, 68 minus 65 is also 3. Yes. But in some other cases, we don't get the same difference. So please try to calculate vertically. Either you take the difference between 71 and 68 or 68 and 65. What is important is it should be the consecutive number. Don't take 83 and 68. If you take 83, the consecutive it will be 80. If you take 80, the consecutive will be 77. Take the difference between two consecutive lower limits or difference between two consecutive upper limits is called width of the class or class interval. So this is what you are supposed to know. By heart the formula. I am sure once you by heart the formula, things will be very simple. The formula is complicated, but problem solving is very easy. And my dear children, this is a very important problem, important formula and short question in your board exam. So write this formula at least 20 times and by heart. Say mean is equal to a plus 1 by n sigma Fi ui into h. A plus 1 by n sigma Fi ui into h. Alright, so I am sure you have practiced it. Now let us take a problem. Find the mean of the following using step deviation method. So I have taken class interval, I have taken frequency here. Now, whenever you are dealing with mean, what is mandatory is mid value. So let us find the mid value. How do you calculate the mid value? Lower limit plus upper limit by 2. What is lower limit? 65. Plus what is upper limit? 68 divided by 2. Let us add 60 plus 60, 120 plus 8 plus 5 is 13. 120 plus 13 is 133 by 2. So when I divide 2 6 are 12, 1 carry, 2 6 are 12.5. So I get this as 66.5. Similarly, right, I have to calculate the mid value of this. Now I have told you very clearly, when you are dealing with mid value, once you find the mid value, simply add the width of the class. What is the width of the class? 3. So I will add 3 to this. It will become 69.5. Next will be 72.5. Add 3 to that. 75.5. Add 3 to that. 78.5. Add 3 to that. 81.5. Add 3 to that. 84.5. And the last one you check. 83 plus 83 plus 86 divided by 2. What is 83 plus 86? 6 plus 3, 9. And 8 plus 8, 16. If I divide 169 divided by 2, 2 8s are 16, 2 4s are 8, 1.5. So 84.5 verified. So children, that is how you calculate the mid value. Once you plot the mid value, the main part of the problem is over. In between, you can take this also as assumed mean, this also as assumed mean. Anything can be taken as assumed mean, but generally we consider the one which is at the center. So I will go with 75.5 and I will take the center one as assumed mean. Even if I take the first one as assumed mean, I am going to get the same answer. Even if I take the last one as assumed mean, I am going to get the same answer. You can pause the video, or after the problem is done, you can verify, and if any doubts is there, you can ask. Alright, so I will assume this as A. If I assume this as A, in the assumed mean method, you have calculated deviation, DI, which is 66.5 minus 75.5, or 72.5 minus 75.5. Now, 75.5 minus 75.5 is 0. Now here, 78.5 minus 75.5 is 3. Here, the difference is 6. Here, the difference is 9. Here the difference is minus 3, 72 minus 75 minus 3, 69 minus 75 minus 6, 66 minus 75 minus 9. So you have calculated the deviation. Now you have to write UI is equal to deviation DI by CI. CI means class interval. Now here, what is the class interval? Class interval is 3. So minus 9 by 3 is minus 3. Every problem you have to divide by its class interval. In this particular scenario, the class interval is 3. Generally you will get class interval 10. So you will divide by 10. Now here it is 3. So here minus 6 by 3 is minus 2. Minus 3 by 3 is minus 1. 0, 1, 2, 3. Now once that is done, what is very important is you have to multiply this with this. And it is called as FI UI put together here. 2 into minus 3, minus 6. 4 into minus 2, minus 8. 3 into minus 1, minus 3. 8 into 0, 0. 7 into 1, 7. 4 into 2, 8. 2 into 3, 6. Now once you deal with that, you have to go with first positive numbers. 8 plus 6, 14. 14 plus 7, 21. Now go with negative numbers. Minus 8 minus 3 is minus 11. Minus 11 minus 6 is minus 17. So 21 minus 17 is equal to what? 4. Now you calculate the total frequency. 2 plus 4, 6 plus 7, 13 plus 8, 21 plus 3, 24 plus 4, 28 plus 2, 30. So what is the total frequency? 30 here. Now the data is arranged. Assumed mean. What is the assumed mean we have? 75.5. What is the total frequency we have? Total frequency is 30. Now what is the value of UI? UI keeps on changing. We need not worry about it. What is the class interval or class width? 3. Let us substitute in the formula. Therefore, mean is equal to, what is the formula? A. What is the value of A? 75.5 plus 1 by n. 1 by n means what? 1 by, yes, 30. 1 by 30 into sigma FIUI. What is sigma FIUI value you got? 4 into 3. H is nothing but 3. 3 ones are 3 tens are 75.5 plus 4 divided by 10 is 0.4. 75.5 plus 0.4 is 75.9. My children, try to understand this method. Very important, and many a times this has come in the final examination. So please do by heart the formula and understand this very carefully. You can pause the video and you can do this problem repeatedly. Thank you, bye bye, and take care. God bless you.